Hello, and welcome back. Long time no see, everybody. Welcome back. Here we are. Guys, we've got some exciting news today. Some pretty exciting news today, actually. All the Mods 10 has officially left beta. Version 0.1.0 was released, and as part of that, in our usual way we go about things, we've gone ahead and what we've done is, here we come. We already got, so Brian Mortensen coming in on Twitch, and I'll explain that here in a second here, with their 13-month sub. Thank you so much. I greatly appreciate it. Really fast, if you're new to the channel, the thing I do here on Fallen Pumpkin is I stream to YouTube and Twitch at the same time. YouTube in higher quality, and it becomes the videos of my channel. And people can go ahead and watch on either Twitch or YouTube, whichever they choose. And all of our episodes are recorded live. Now, with the release of version 0.1.0, we've gone ahead and wiped the beta testing server, and we've thrown up the official server that will be up for months. And really excited to see you guys here. We got Kai Holden coming in on YouTube. Woo, nice to see you live again. Good to see you too. Miner Man, how's it going? It's going good. And Omux coming in. Hello. How are you? Guys, I won't get too much into it. If you want more information as to what's been going on with my health, if you're watching on YouTube, feel free to join my Discord. A lot of the information's in there. The long story short is I'm starting to do a little bit better after the main issue was discovered. And I'm kind of feeling well enough to start trying to stream again. Minister of Gaming coming in. Yay, how are ya? Hajikanas, how have you been? Oh my gosh, and Omux coming in with the gifted sub. Thank you so much. I greatly appreciate it. Gabe coming in. Very nice to see you streaming. It's good to see you too, Gabe. Oh, and Gabe coming in with a sub for their 7th month in a row. It's good to see everybody. Good to see everybody. It's definitely been a while. It has been quite a while. But I'm excited to dive into all the Mods 10, see what the world has to offer. Something we're doing a bit different this time around. My team and I have come to the decision that for the foreseeable future, we're going to be doing supporter-only servers. And what that means is if you are a YouTube member or a Twitch subscriber, whether you subscribed yourself or someone gifted it to you, you'll gain access to the supporter channels in my Discord with information on how to verify and join the server. If you're someone who doesn't like subscriptions, there is in my Discord shop a one-time supporter for life purchase if that's more of your route. I do hope in the future to not have to have this server as only a benefit of those that support me. I hope to eventually be able to allow such like trusted players, people that have played with us in the past and we know them. But the main driving force behind this change has been the fact... Oh, Odd Player coming in. Thanks for the sub. Greatly appreciate it. Thank you for your support. The main reason has been that hosting a public server in terms of dealing with bad actors and people understanding lag and how to build server friendly is just a little too much work. Especially for me right now with the way my health is, I can't handle the workload of a public server. So I do apologize for those that have enjoyed my public servers over the past year and a half. Right now it's supporter only, but we'll figure something out in the future. Does that sound good? All right, let's catch up on chat real fast before we get started. Mr. of Gaming, oh, that's funny. Kai says, glad to hear all up from here. Yeah, I'm really hoping so. And Mr. Vlad says lag equals big auto machines. Yep, indeed. Indeed it does. Guys, I hope my sound's coming across all right. It's been a while since we've done this. But for those playing on the server, just so you're aware, there is the optional simple voice chat you can install. I've got that up and running. There is as well a blue map, a online map you can view of the server. All those links are in the supporter chat in Discord. Now, before we get started, why don't we go ahead and turn back on Daylight Cycle. And why don't we get started playing some All the Mods 10? I'm super excited, guys. I've been waiting for this. I really have been. I'm gonna fix something really fast. There we go. Dupameister coming in on Twitch. Good to see you. Sounding good. Got the radio-worthy voice up and running. No problems. I appreciate it. But yeah, I've really missed streaming and doing series. Let me tell you, I just, boy, my health problems have been no joke. My most recent Twitch stream, I actually went more in detail of what's been going on. To summarize, most likely due to some medications I was taking, I've got some liver problems that are going to take some time to fix. But we'll get there. We'll get it figured out. Now, I need to see if we have set our keybind for quests. Always like to have that on J, and then let's make sure we don't have any conflicting keybinds. And I have also on this server implemented the rank system where the longer you play, the higher your rank. And a few other things, like we're running performant and such. We got some questions coming in chat. Cleanox says, is Ultimine finally fixed? So I know they committed a fix to Ultimine on the GitHub before the release of version 1. So I'm hoping it is. We'll definitely find out. I know we do still have the new server settings and stuff. We're gonna have to just wait and see, Cleanox. I wish I knew off the bat, but I don't. Yeah, we're getting there, Miner Man. Mister says, won't be chatting much. I'm playing Destiny 2 and doing some missions. No worries, no worries. Slowburn coming in. So good to see ya. Glad to see you back. Yeah, good to be back. All right, looks like people are being able to join the server, which is good. The mod ranks are working. Everyone's starting as a seed. That's what I want to see. Hopefully everything works okay. For anyone that's going to be curious about some of my settings as we begin this playthrough, the one I get asked the most is if you look at the outline of where I'm looking, my selection outline, I have rainbow, and that is the #1 question I get asked. Now, if you're playing All the Mods 10, it's actually included the shader packs that do it, and that's the complementary shaders. It's a function of the shader pack. I personally use complementary Unbound plus Euphoria. And if you just come into here, into the shader pack settings, go to Other, Selection Outline, you'll see Rainbow. If anyone's interested in my personal shader pack settings, I could maybe throw those up in the Discord later. But with that, the only other mods I've added on my client side is Distant Horizons. I really enjoy being able to see long distances. Jinglestown, it's good to see you too. Yeah, thanks, Minister. Why don't we get started? Before I get anywhere too far from spawn, my favorite thing to first do is enter the quests. I really like to see what we start with and choose where we're going to go. So I'm going to start in the welcome page. This is pretty simple. It tells you about how to create a team, which is really important if you're going to be playing in a party with others. And even if you're just playing by yourself, I personally, when on a server, I recommend creating a team so that should you create a team later, there's no issue with the chunks you've claimed. Minerman says, will you add voice chat to your client? So I already have. I do have voice chat. Right now it's just disabled, because while I'm doing this intro and going over stuff, I don't necessarily want to have the distraction for the viewers of people trying to talk to me in game. But in future streams, we'll turn back on our voice chat. So with that first quest, why don't we go ahead and actually make our FTB team? So we're going to go ahead and click create a party, and I'm just going to call it FPK Kingdom. It's going to be the name of our party. And then let's go ahead and continue the quest here. Sigfarisk says, hey, nice to see All the Mods 10 is up and good. Good to see you too, Sigfarisk. Yeah, that's just how we do it, Minister. They go ahead and they teach you some useful commands, such as the set home, which allows you to teleport back to your home. And in our case, I've put a 10-second cooldown on the command. /spawn brings you back to right where we are, and random teleport puts you in a random location in the world. Now, this is disabled in the end, and I have lowered the distance it's possible to teleport. By default, it's 25,000. I've actually lowered it down to about 10 to 15,000, just for the sake of world file size and chunk generation and travel between players. Well, that's awesome, Minister. Glad to hear it. Minerman says, I completely forgot how relaxing your streams were. Thanks, I appreciate it. I do. It is something I'm proud of. I'll admit that people, I think having an atmosphere in my streams that people enjoy is something that makes me really happy. Yes, you can still use RTP. I just won't teleport as far, just for the sake of server health. But we know those commands. Let's go ahead and keep going here. Excuse me, we're going to come over here. Mentions the quest lines. And then how to claim chunks. It says to claim chunks, open your map with M, then click the map icon. I personally, instead of using that keybind, I just use up here, little buttons in the player inventory, where you can go ahead and click your claim manager. This is where you can choose your chunks. Now, you'll see I have a massive claimed, massive force load. That is just because of my admin rank on the server. Everyone else has lower amounts that will actually increase based on your playtime on the server. So everyone starts out as a seed. You'll see people are named seed here. And it's all pumpkin themed because you know who I am. And so the more your playtime, the more claim chunks and more force load chunks you get. And I've gone ahead and enabled that if you are in a party. So if we come here and we look at my server settings I've set, if you are in a party, I have turned on some, which means that the party's total claim chunks and force load chunks are added together based on the players in the party, rather than just the largest. The default's largest, but I turned it to some. And what's the team's hard cap on claims? I've put the hard max team claim limit at 500 and the hard max team force load limit at 50. Continuing on the quest, we finally reached the Welcome to All the Mods 10. So it still says it's currently in beta stages, but they did change to version 0.1.0, so we'll find out. You now must hydrate. Did someone redeem hydrate? Let me, I just realized I don't have my... Give me just a second here, folks. I meant to have my stream activity list up. That is my bad. Give me just a second here, folks. And yes, we did have hydrate redeemed, so everybody make sure you drink your water. And Minerman redeemed random knowledge. Rather than doing the whole random knowledge skit right at this time, since we're trying to do the start, we'll do very quick random knowledge. And that is when people ask me how my All the Mod servers run pretty well compared to when people host them themselves. The trick is performance mods. I personally prefer some add-ons, that's the name of the developer, his mod Performant, as well as when you're setting up your server, you want to use the iCar flags for your server. I do still have the Bookbinder, man. I don't have it readily available at this moment. Let's go ahead and start. So if we come into here, we finished the welcome. And they've got quite the building tips section now. This is definitely improved since I last saw it. We'll take a look at that in a second. Looks like we still got the tips and tricks. We'll go over that in a minute. And then there's two main chapters. So we have the beginning, which gets you all the way to killing the warden, killing the wither, and entering the end. And the all the mods star is the main quest line of achieving the all the mods star. Perfect. We like to see that. For tools and gear, there's all the basic tools. This is really good in it. They've actually gone ahead and they have sorted the swords by damage for you to see, as well as the tiers of pickaxes. And then we do have silent gear in the pack as well, which is awesome. Basic storage, let's see, looks like it goes over functional storage, sophisticated storage. Yep, sophisticated storage, the backpacks, that all looks good. Let's go ahead and activate the sections as we go through them, actually. So we got basic storage, and then we've got, of course, my favorite mod pack, Applied Energistics 2. Minerman's asking, have you decided whether to go the mystical agriculture or bees route yet, or will you do a mix? I'm planning to do a mix. Rather than doing multiple seasons of All the Mods 10, like I did with All the Mods 9, I did multiple seasons and did different routes every season. I'm really planning to just have one All the Mods 10 playthrough where we take our time exploring every mod. So we will be doing bees and we will be doing mystical agriculture. Yeah, good to see the new AE2. Absolutely love it. And then let's keep going through here. Looks like there is logistics. So it starts with pipes, integrated dynamics, and mechanism. And then basic logistics has also laser IO. That's good to see. We'll have to see what route people are choosing, but I do plan to explore all of these. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. They do have a dedicated page to integrated dynamics, modular routers, and pylons. Awesome. And now we come to the resource section. I'm excited to go through this. So they've separated Apothic to the different sections, I believe, but they go over the spawners, the food and farming quest chain, hostile neural networks, another one of my favorite mods. I really enjoy HNN. Ooh, the mystical agriculture tree has definitely got some updates. I'm really happy to see in this tree that they have included the machines in the quest chain now. That's awesome. Then, of course, we've got bees. Love them or hate them. I know some people like them, some people don't. And then I'm really excited to mess around with productive trees. It's going to be fun to do tree breeding, I think. For tech-wise, looks like they are running with extreme reactors this pack. One of my favorite early game power generations, actually. Or, well, semi-early, closer to mid-game. Industrial foregoings in the pack, and it's got all of the new features. Just Dire Things. I have a mixed opinion on Just Dire Things, guys. This mod, at least during the beta testing, was causing more crashes than any other mod. Especially the clicker, and like almost primarily the clicker. A lot of bugs with the clicker, but I still want to check it out. We're just gonna have to watch out for any bugs or such. That does bring me up to a good point that while this is the official server and it's finally out, we do have that there's still bugs. We're still going to encounter things on the server that we may have to state in the supporter chat in Discord. Hey, don't use this block. Hey, don't use this mod in this way. So just keep a keep an eye out for that. It really comes down to you guys as the community of helping follow those rules that helps make the server a great and playable experience. But continuing down, let's read the chat real fast. I love the cam background. Thanks. It's the thumbnail. And Minister says, I watch Dire a lot. Yeah, I love Direwolf series. My favorite thing from Direwolf was building gadgets. I love building gadgets. Looks like they got the mechanism and mechanism reactors, a pneumaticraft questline, a POWA questline. I don't think much has changed here. You still have to get every type of every tier. Oh, there's actually a quest for the Railcraft Reborn mod. I'm actually really excited to mess around with this because back in the day, because I've played Minecraft for over a decade, I really enjoyed the Railcraft mod, and it's cool that it's been redone and reborn, per se. Ooh, choose a reward. I'm going to choose redstone. That's really exciting to me, and I'm excited to see what we can do with it. Continuing down for magic, looks like Ars Navu has a quest line. They do now have it's like a Pokemon gotta catch 'em all screen for the artifacts. Iron Spells and Spellbooks now has a proper quest line. That's good to see. Occultism. Looks like a good quest chain. And they got a quest chain for the relic system. That's really good to see. Those are going to be fun to mess with. And then one of my favorite mods that you don't see a lot of people use when you watch people's all the mods playthroughs. A lot of them don't use Theurgy, and I really think it's like one of the most overpowered early game mods. Man says JDT still has some bugs, but it's a lot better than it is in beta. Yeah, I remember when All the Mods 10 beta first launched, back when I was still streaming, and gosh, that mod was as buggy as it gets. And then exploration-wise, looks like Bumble Zone's in the pack, which is exciting. If you don't know, to enter the Bumble Zone dimension, you throw an Ender Pearl at a beehive. I think it even tells you how to do it. Let's see if it does. I wonder if it tells you anywhere. But I do want to get going here, so let's go ahead and go through and claim some of our rewards really quick. I want to look at each one individually. But the basic tools, it goes through here, and it says, welcome to basic tools. Have you ever gotten a tool you've never seen or wanted or heard of and wanted to know where it lies among the other tools? Then these quests are perfect for you. The swords are sorted by base damage, and swords that can be upgraded or used to get more damage are not included. And these are all optional. That's perfect. But if we come to the beginning, we've gone ahead and we have gathered our logs, which brings us to starting the crafting table. Now, I am curious in the building tips if there is anything majorly important to look at here. Okay, so this just mentions its tips. This tells you to go look at tools, and the block-wise, get a little bit of dirt. So it goes over the different types of glasses, logs. Perfect. We'll have to check that out later, I think. And I'm going to start the tips and tricks board. Dupameister says, for anyone wondering, the Ultimine mod is working on the server so far. Yeah, I think the main issue came when using Silent Gear with it. I can really recommend JDT. It's been optimized a bunch and it's gotten really OP. Yeah, but at the same time, Miner Man, I think in some cases, it's at least compared to other mods in the pack, I think it's a little too overpowered at times, but we'll have to see. Power generation has had quite a lot of changes. Melon power is probably not, yeah, so gas burning generators, we know that. Okay, so this just mentions that gas burning generators are nerfed to the ground. But as for tips, it mentions the tool belt, the crafting on a stick, building gadgets, shrinking device, nature's compass, functional storage, and the infinite water with a sink. Perfect. All right. Now, something I noticed is it never turned night while we were sitting here, so I'm wondering if I failed to actually turn on daylight cycle. Okay, now the day will start cycling. Sorry about that, everybody. But in terms of what we've got in our inventory, we've got some good resources from the quest to start with, as well as a free pollen sieve for productive trees. Gonna try to keep a somewhat respectable inventory here. Yeah, that makes sense, Miner Man. Oh, okay, Klinox. Let's keep going here. I like to try to stay within the quest lines at the start as best I can, because the thing is, if you follow the quests at the start, even if you know what you're doing, the rewards you can get from them can drastically shotgun your progress. So I do want to make sure we are following that. I do like to use crafting on a stick. So why don't we go ahead and make one of those. And then for those that are unfamiliar, you can actually set a keybind. I might have to just search name. Here it is. Let's see. Open crafting on a stick. Perfect. It's on button 5 for me, which should be that. Awesome. Ninja hacks. Oh my gosh. It's good to see you, dude. I hope you've been well. I've sure missed seeing you around, man. Welcome, welcome. Next, just make a wooden pickaxe. Nothing to worry about. It's all pretty simple. Let's go ahead and throw that over there. And that gives us crafting on a stick and our first pickaxe. And this is what I mean. So this is where the rewards, the random rewards can cook in. So this is why I want to follow the quest chain, is to see if we get overpowered things. In this case, we started with 2 free 1x2 oak drawers. Awesome. Next is gather cobblestone and make a furnace. But before we do that, why don't we actually do our first RTP? And again, I've lowered the distance. It can do it. And funny enough, based on where we just landed, we're actually still really close to spawn. I'm not 100% sure if I like the desert biome. I don't think I do. I'm going to actually head back to spawn. And something to keep in mind, everybody, is as people are joining the server right now and RTPing and loading areas, the server's going to lag. For sure. Unfortunately, it's having a really bad lag spike right now. I think it is. I hope it doesn't crash. Server might crash, but in preparation of today, I have I've pulled up. Was it a full crash? It was a full crash. So I actually have the server console pulled up and ready to go in preparation for today, because I was reading that a lot of how do I put it? A lot of new worlds, as a lot of people are joining them right now, are having crashing issues. So, server is already on its way back up. And then we'll be good to go. Yeah, definitely we had the first crash, but I was kind of expecting it. First crash of the day, right, Miner Man? Nil Paddle, welcome back. Welcome back to you too. I'm happy to be here. Happy to be here. Yeah, we'll just wait for. Luckily, since All the Mods 10 is now on NeoForge, one of my favorite systems, I guess is what you would say. I'm really excited for the future of NeoForge, because like just the server start time alone is actually like significantly better than back when it was on Forge. It used to take like 5 to 6 minutes, even on a fresh world, for the server to start. But it does go a lot faster now. Yeah, I'm just watching the logs. Just finished Cube.js. We're just waiting for it to finish. It ain't all the mods if it ain't crashing, right? All right, I'll catch you later, Hajakanas. It was good to see ya. It was good to see ya. Yeah, we're just waiting for the server to start up here, guys. But how's everyone? I hope everyone's been doing well. I hope people are excited to play all the mods 10. I know I certainly am. But as I announced in my Discord, there's no guarantee with my health currently how often I'll be able to stream, how long, how consistent. And so I just ask for everyone's patience with me as I work through the health challenges I'm dealing with and try to get things back up and running for the Fallen Pumpkin channel. Now, I'm pretty sure we're going to be on an RTP cooldown. Let's see here. Uh-oh, the server is freezing again. Completely freezing. Hey, Lady Fox. Good to see you, babe. Guys, I'm actually wondering, as players loaded in, has someone loaded an area that is freezing the server? That was, last player to join was Leno. And the server it's going to crash again. I'm wondering if I should go... Oh. I don't know your number. I'm going to take a look real fast. I have to actually log onto my server computer here. I'm going to take a read at the crash log. Maybe it is a structure someone generated that is causing the crash. So give me a second here, folks. This is always the fun of troubleshooting is you find things that normally slip through the cracks of devs and such when you're trying to launch these servers. Unfortunately, as some of you have come to know in our troubleshooting series, it's a watchdog error. So we don't get any information here. The only thing I can think of is we'll have to see if the server freezes when a player joins again. Maybe I can look at what happened in the log right before... Nah. Okay, so when Dupameister RTP'd, it crashed. And crashed again while he was loading back in. So it could be an area that... Because I unloaded in my area. So the issue could very well be that it's the location of Dupameister. I wonder if that is the case. Just waiting for the server to finish launching here. I'm going to make sure it's not me by trying to immediately go to spawn. And something I can do is we now have a mod. Yeah, hold off for just a second, Dupameister. Let's see if it is in fact yours that is causing the crash. So players are joining right now. So far, no problems, but here comes Lennox. But entities are still moving. Now, I believe we have the moderation ability of TP offline. Dupameister, how do you spell your in-game name? Can you remind me in chat? I can't remember if you have an underscore after Pyro. Hello, Leaf Blower. Good to see ya. Okay, no underscore. So, just to be safe, I have now moved you back to spawn. I hope that's okay. We'll figure out what we need to do. But yeah, the server is not crashing. So, I think it was you, Dupameister. So go ahead and try joining back in again. And hopefully we don't have a crash again. I've brought you back to spawn. I am worried your RTP will be on cooldown. I don't think I have... Let me see if the FTB Essentials... No, I don't think I have a way to reset the RTP command, but I could just teleport you out to a random coordinate if you'd like, or maybe TP to your friend. What do you think? I think even I'm on... Oh, I'm not on cooldown. Let's see if my RTP just crashed the server or not. Looks good. Things are starting to load in. Yeah, we'll have to... Yeah, so everyone will need to be a little patient with chunk generation right now as everyone is teleporting around. But we have a little area here. Why don't we actually just get playing, and maybe we can search for a more suitable base location once we have some resources. I'd like to get a backpack, I think is what we're going to be focusing on. Let's go ahead, and I think we're pretty safe to enter this little cave area. I like to just use the entire first wooden pickaxe on cobble. One of my favorite things to do. And that should, in the beginning, all we need is a furnace. So we're going to get back to playing here. And the new motto in Discord for the week is to blame Pyro John if the server crashes. Gonna hop onto YouTube a bit. Twitch lagging a bit for me right now. Okay, sorry to hear that. At least we have the multiple options, right? But that completes the Stone Age. And now what it is to gather some sort of coal, we'll get logs. Iron and copper will get a reward table. And that's what we're after, is reward tables. Okay, I hope you don't head out. I hope you know we're just I'm just teasing with you. It always becomes a meme in my Discord. Like for the longest time there, it was actually the server party, the Avengers, that were constantly crashing the server, and so it like became the thing of blaming them. All right, that quest is done, and then it mentions furnace upgrades of going into iron furnaces, as well as going into generators galore. I don't think we'll worry too much about that right now. Basic tools. Okay, so you do get rewards in this section, at least for the harvest here. So we got some planks, and I bet these are all XP. Yeah, definitely all XP. And then somehow we have a quest here. 2 blocks of coal. Easy. It says there's another quest. Another 2 blocks of coal. So this is what I mean of checking your quests constantly at the beginning, because you really do get really good rewards. And look at this. We just got copper ore, which is what we're going to need for the... Ooh, a free advanced oak beehive. We're going to need the copper to continue the main quest line. So that works out pretty well. We'll grab some more cobble. I'm going to hold off on grabbing the chisel. Grab some more logs. Hold off on grabbing saplings. Hold off on the saw. Get some more free glass. More free glass. Perfect. BBM says, I'm new to all the mod packs, and I play all the mods 9. What does it mean that all the mods 10 is out of beta? Let me show you. At least it's out of what I call beta, if that makes sense. And all has to do with the version labeling. And what I mean by that is if we take a look here at CurseForge, and we come to all the mods 10, and we take a look at its versions, and in fact, I'll just do it right here. You'll notice that all the previous versions that have been coming out had a 0 first, then a dot, then the version number. And that was beta. And what just released is version 1.0, which is, in a sense, coming out of beta. It's like the official R pack is at least playable now for the main quest line. We will still be adding stuff, etc. That's what they mean, but it's playable. You can quote unquote beat it properly. And that's what I mean by out of beta. Awesome, glad to hear it. Mikkel, good to hear it. But continuing on, we need both iron and copper, but I might take a little detour for a minute here. One of my favorite things to do is to try to get especially a backpack as soon as possible. So I'm going to go ahead and get us a few more tools here. And again, for all the supporters playing on the server, today, with all the exploration, all the chunk loading, that is when the lag is going to be difficult to deal with. And that is just, it's what comes with Minecraft. But once people start to settle and are playing in certain locations, and not everyone's exploring at once, the server performance should be pretty stable. Hi, Malachi. Good to see you. Good to see you. Yeah, anytime, BBM. Glad I could help. But what we're going to do is I'm going to open Journey Map here. And I'm taking a little bit of a look at the area. I see we got sheep's, horse. I'm going to go out a ways, and we're going to try to get some leather for a backpack, or maybe even find a structure. And then we'll do some mining. We'll see how this goes here. Definitely lots of entities loading in. I'm wondering if I need to configure my performance add-on to kind of limit the per player mob cap a bit, because it really seems to be bringing in quite a lot. Malachi says, got a wisdom teeth removed today, so chilling to watch someone else do things sounds perfect. I'm glad to hear it. Yeah, there was quite the lag spike there. And Malachi coming in with their 30 months in a row of subscribing on Twitch. Thank you so much. I greatly appreciate it, and I appreciate the support. I couldn't do it without you guys. I appreciate it. Yeah, the server is struggle-lugging along. I'm going to open Spark. It's doing what it can. I'm going to try to reload my chunks here. Distant Horizons is having a bit of an issue, it looks like, too. I may have to stay within the area I've loaded for now. Maybe not. I probably won't be able to find leather right off the bat as much as I want a backpack. But yeah, it definitely looks like Distant Horizons is having some issues. I wonder if I just disable it for now. Or no, it's just waiting for the server to catch up, I think. Yeah, we'll just have to wait. We'll try not to do any major exploring. And because of the lag on the server sending chunks, I am going to turn off Distant Horizons for now. I'll wait to do that when there isn't a bunch of people trying to explore. Mikhail says, Tempad mod is being worked on for 1.21.1 Neoforge, so I look forward to that in the pack. Me too. I absolutely love the Tempad. Wazaf coming in on Twitch. Was Fallen, my man. What is up, Wazaf? Good to see you. Good to see you. Yeah, I think what we'll do is we'll go back to that ravine to try to do some little bit of quest progression here. Server is trying its best with all the players actively starting right now. And it is having a rough time. I'm going to make sure that it isn't trying to do any generation right now. Okay, so I didn't have a Neoforge generate running, so we're good there. We'll just wait a minute here for the chunks around us to load, and then we'll dive in. It's Chammy says, if you can't get leather from cows, and you can get a drying basin, yep, leather from rotten flesh is a good method. Wazaf, just finished my last class of the day, so I'm pretty pumped. How are you? I'm doing really good. I'm excited to be returning to streaming Minecraft. I'm a little nervous and hesitant with my health, but I'm excited to be back. I really am. You can just call me Miner if that's easier. I might. Just because I'm used to calling you Miner Man. I'm wondering, I probably should have checked if some add-on had updated the chunk sending mod for 1.21 Neoforge. That really helps with exploration. But what I'm looking for right now is I'm trying to take a look for any exposed iron, and I'm seeing a little bit over there. But at the same time, I kind of want to try to find a natural cave that just goes down through the area. We'll go around a bit here. So this is where I mined the cobble and coal. Let's go ahead and explore this cave a little bit. There is some more coal I want to grab. Oh, and there's iron. Perfect. Okay, miner. I will grab a little bit more copper since it's not as useless in modded. Let's keep going here, but I'm really excited, not only because All the Mods 10 is Neoforge. I'm excited because as a lot of mods are updating to Neoforge and 1.21, they've taken the opportunity to, at least a good amount of mods, have overhauled the experience of their mod, both in textures and the way things work. And so what I'm hoping for is that playing All the Mods 10 is going to be kind of a new All the Mods and modded experience. Why am I haven't had my phone ring in days, and I've had 2 calls this stream alone from random numbers. It's really weird. But yeah, I'm hoping to get kind of a fresh new experience of modern modded Minecraft. And that's what I'm shooting for here. But I'm going to get our copper and iron smelting. I think we'll make another furnace. Because this is, I believe we just needed 8 of each ingot for the next quest. So let's get all this cooking. Dubemeister says, question about distant horizons. How is it different from bumping your render distance up? Will it make my computer explode? No. It's different for 2 reasons there. The first reason is it uses a lot less resources to show the distance than actually loading the chunks. But the number 2 reason, Dupemeister, is when you're playing on a server such as this, it doesn't matter how high you bump your render distance, because you will only ever see as far as the server allows you to see based on the chunks it sends, which in this case on the server, I believe it's 6. Distant Horizons takes locations you have already been to, generates LODs for them, and loads them in the distance for hardly any resources, and allows you to have that further view distance. Wazaf says, how different is NeoForge from Forge? Well, the real fork just started with 1.21, and the differences are just beginning, but already as you play NeoForge in 1.21, such as All the Mods 10, you'll notice just how much quicker and faster it is. But most importantly, on the back end, it's easier for developers to work with. Let's grab our copper and iron, which should allow us to complete the Metal Age quest. So we have another common reward. Let's see what we get. Melon seeds. Darn. Basic ore doubling. Does go through the ore hammers. I tend to use copper ore hammers at the start of any of these mod packs. Hey! Trashley coming in. Welcome back to the Keen with their 3rd month of subbing in a row. So good to see you, Trashley. I'm really excited to start playing Minecraft again and streaming it. Both playing Hivemind, playing All the Mods 10, and a little spoiler for those that watch me here on my channels. Going to be putting up a Halloween horror spooky mod pack themed server for the Hivemind players that we're going to be playing on. I'll be doing that this week, and I will be streaming it. It's going to be kind of like the Halloween series of the month. And I hope you guys will tune into that. I think it'll be a lot of fun. Dupemeister says excited for that. Yeah, I think it'll be a blast. I really do. But if we complete this quest for the ore hammer, we get copper and iron dust. If we make an iron pick, we just get XP, and if we get a lava bucket, we get iron. So why don't we make the necessary tools for what's to come? We'll go ahead and make an iron pickaxe, an iron bucket, and I'll grab some more copper, and what we can do is make our first ore hammer. That should unlock some more quests as well. Minerman says, were you thinking of making your own mod in the future? I think I remember something about you said in the summer. Yeah, so I said that during my 1,000 subscriber special. I want to make my own mod. That is an in-game guide based on the installed mods. So like I'd be making it at first for like all the mods or something. It's an additional mod you'd install that you would use rather than having to go to YouTube or Google and all the time. You know, it's like you want to use a phytogenic insulator for a mystical agriculture crop and you're having issues automating it with SFM, rather than going and Googling that or anything. The idea of the mod I want to make, it would be a guide that you would pull up with a keybind, similar to like the Applied Energistics guide. Let me see if I can pull that up with a keybind here. So it'd be similar to like the Applied Energistics guide, where here on the left, you would have categories based on mod or combinations of mods. And in game, you would have tutorials of how to do the various things you're trying to do. And it'd be the, like, I can't remember the exact name I wanted to give it, but it'd be like the Fallen Pumpkin Library. And that's the mod I want to make. Due to the health issues, I haven't necessarily been able to do any or all progress on that. But I really want to do it, and I still plan to do it as I get better. I really enjoy the Create in-game guide. Yeah, so the Ponder system that Create introduced is something I would like to integrate, or something similar to it, which is where you have the in-game diagram animation of exactly how to build something, where you're using multiple blocks, multiple machines, stuff like that. I do really want to make a mod that utilizes those systems that people could use in-game. Yeah, we'll see how it goes, Miner Man. I'm definitely out of my own depth here for trying to make a mod such as the one I described, but I'm hoping by turning it into a series on YouTube, I'll be able to get assistance both from people in my Discord and people from YouTube as I come across issues. So I think it'll work out. And if you're wondering why I'm looking at each quest and not just using the collect all button here in the top, is I really want to see what the rewards are for each individual quest, because I do eventually plan to do a speed run to compete against Alfred, and so I want to know where I'm getting certain rewards so that I can utilize that knowledge to plan a route for a speed run, essentially. All right, what else have we got here? So Relcraft has a quest for us where we can get either steel, iron, gold, copper, or redstone, and we get to choose. In this case, I'm going to choose gold. Over in Theurgy, it happens when you get copper. You get free blocks of copper. That's good to know. And the Bumble Zone, because we got a beehive, we get an ender pearl. Okay, so that's good to know. We get a free ender pearl. Interesting. I'd probably be creating it from the ground up and injecting libraries is probably how I would do it, Miner Man. I wouldn't use like a third-party GUI to make it, because that kind of limits your freedom with it, if that makes sense. Because I'm really torn. So I wanted to try and get a backpack for storage, but what I'm thinking we're actually going to have to do is instead set up like a base camp. I think we're going to have to set up a base camp with chests, since I can't really explore for cows right now. And that's really a limiting factor here. But I want to make the server launch as playable as possible for everyone. So I'm going to limit my exploration just to lighten the load on the server. So I think we will just maybe go live by the river here. Set up a little home. Maybe over here on this side. I think that'd be good. I do like those trees. I don't want to explore too far though. Let's set up a little home, some chests, throw our stuff in it, and try to speed up our progress a little bit. Try to do a little better. But holy cow, I tell you guys, something you don't really think about is when you're streaming all the time, your voice, your vocal cords, your throat, however you want to say it, really builds up a tolerance to talking all the time. to where you really, it doesn't strain you at all and you don't really notice it. But having taken such a long break, I can feel it. I can feel it like at the top of my throat and like in my vocal cords, and my voice keeps cracking. And that only means one thing. It means I need to stream more to get back into the flow of it. But why don't we get a house, a little dirt house here going? And what we're going to do, I'm going to show you why I chose redstone, why I chose gold and stuff. We're going to get into some storage mods right off the bat here. And we're going to get a little temporary home base up and running. Just going to trash the stone pick, or actually, why don't we use the stone pickaxe to dig our hole here. So I'm going to do is I'm going to look right here, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to hold Ultimine, then I'm going to hold Shift, and I'm going to change it to small square 3x3. That's my favorite for digging a starter home. So let's come in a little ways, and then why don't we also come over and over. I think this will be enough to get started necessarily here. And what I'll do, I'm just going to throw down a single chest, and I'm going to load up some materials in it. Because for me, one of the hardest things to get better at not doing at the start of a mod pack is overwhelming yourself with items in poor storage. I think it's really important to try to have, or I should say focus on, proper and appropriate storage as soon as you can in the game. Like, really put emphasis on yourself to focus on it, to really try to keep yourself sorted with everything in a position where it should be. And I think that really enhances the play experience of any large mod pack. Because nothing's worse than not knowing what you have or where you have it. And it's much easier to plan what you're going to do when you know where things are and you know what you want to do. At least that's my opinion. But we're going to go ahead and we're going to use redstone torches and chests to create sophisticated storage chests. Now, I do want to keep up with the quest chains here in case we get any. It's like, here's a random reward. We could even get an ender chest from this. Let's see what we get. We got a regular chest. Drawers, we also get a random reward. It's like we got a chest. And for sophisticated, we got an ender chest. Ooh, right off the bat. Love to see it. That unlocks the ender chest, which gives another random reward. And we got a second ender chest. Easy. We have 3 ender chests now. So we do have a portable storage. The thing we have to remember is we don't have diamonds to mine the chest. So we got to be a little... we got to be thinking about where we put them down and such. But with these oak chests, we can upgrade the storage capacity with iron. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to smelt the dust we got from, once again, another quest reward. This is why I really, really love to try to do and claim quests as we play, because it really speeds up the progress. But once that iron is smelted, we can make 1 iron chest. So why don't we put the other 3 down for now? And I think we'll do that. What I'll do is I'll mine the ores that are in our way, and then we'll expand the the house a bit here. And I think what we'll do is I'll just manually dig this out a little bit here. In fact, we're good now. Let's go back to small square, and then we'll expand. And what we can do is we can have this be like our wall of storage. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to, this is one of the newer features that came out this year for sophisticated storage. You can now combine sophisticated storage chests into double, like that. And then I'll put I'm going to have single chests here and then doubles. So I'll put a single chest and then we'll hold on to the one we're going to upgrade. And I don't quite have enough gold to make it a gold tier, so we'll hold off on that. Let's take our oak and make it iron tier. And I'm going to put it right in the middle. And I think this is where I'm going to put any important resources. So I'm going to take a little bit of time to clean this all up. I will keep my ore hammer in here for now. And I think I'm going to make some more chests. Turn these all to planks, and we'll make a bunch more chests. And then I only had enough redstone for 2 more sophisticated chests, but I think that'll be enough. That'll be enough for now. We'll go sophisticated, sophisticated, and then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put down vanilla chests here, and we can upgrade those to sophisticated later. And what I want is in this bottom sophisticated, this is going to be our wood chest and wood related items. It's one of my favorite things to do. And the chest above it is where we're going to put all of our plants. This bottom chest is going to be quest books and random modded items such as the pollen sieve. We don't really need that on us right now. Put our plants away, and then over here we're going to have a building block chests. And above that, important blocks, such as ender chests, furnaces, and such. I think that'll work out really well. But by cleaning up our inventory, we should be good to go do some caving and some more exploring. I do want to put cobble in the drawer, though. Okay, I think we're good. We have a little base set up. I'm going to go ahead and remember to do the command set home so that we can return here at any time. Now, I just noticed there was a death, but not by a player on the server. It says one of my mods was slain by player__7. I'm actually really curious to know what killed him to make sure that nothing crazy's going on. I'm going to put the empty map away. And why don't we make some torches before we head out? Or do we... I'm trying to debate if we bring some wood with us. I might turn half of this to sticks, keep the planks, make some torches, and I think we'll be good there. He says it's a NPC that killed him from Eternal Starlight. It's good to know. I was a little worried there. I did notice that... So, the fact that Seer's playing, I need to give him... Oh, did Seer hop off? Aw, darn. I was going to give Seer his head mod. It looks like Gabe and Seer got off. That makes me sad. I hope nothing went wrong. I actually need to check something real fast. Okay, I think I'm good. I noticed I had some unread messages in my staff chat, and I wanted to make sure that there wasn't any major issues with my moderators. But quest-wise, we did make the iron chest, which gives us a free basic to iron upgrade. Since we only have one, why don't we actually put it on that chest? And it's cool. They actually teach you how to use the storage controllers in the quest screens now, which is really good. And here's a good thing. So they talk about NBT. This is really important when you're playing on a server. It's very important to talk about the NBT items and how to store them. And we're going to read what they've said. NBT items are items with extra tags attached to them. Enchanted items, items with durability, and more. These are items with NBT tags attached to them. Because of this, they don't usually stack. That's the #1 way to tell if it's an NBT item. When you store a lot of these into a storage system, such as AE2, you run the chance of creating issues for your save or your server. So this is where like chunk corruption comes in, and super long terminal load times of AE2. Like when you go to open your AE2 terminal, and it takes like 5 to 10 seconds for the items to appear. Now they say because of this, it's best to store them in chests or bags, which is true. And I like to use a method, which I'm sure some of you have seen in my prior series, where you store the NBT items in a separate AE2 network. And there's tons of tutorials on it on my channel and previous streams, but when we get to that stage, we'll go over it again, of just making sure that your NBT item storage is not going to cause issues for the server, because that is quite the flag for me and my moderation team of if you're causing server corruption with NBT items. Need to be safe with that. Looking at quest rewards here, I'm kind of interested. So if we make a copper chest, we get a free basic to copper upgrade. Now, before we head out, we have lots of copper. Why don't we actually turn this one into copper? And what we'll do is we'll only upgrade one. Or what is the... Oh, this is a vanilla chest. What am I doing? Give me a second, guys. I'm doing this wrong. We'll take this chest, make it copper, and that gives us the free basic to copper, so we can upgrade that one and have a double copper. Beautiful. Love to see it. We do have an Unbreaking 1 book. We'll hold off on using that for now. Just going to keep going through the quests before we totally head out. Looks like the backpack recipe is the same. I really want to get one of these as soon as I can, but we are going to have to wait for the leather. Otherwise, in terms of quests, I think we're all cut up. I think we're good to head out. The quest voice? Yeah. I'm noticing I kind of want to turn my FOV up a tiny bit because here's what I like to do. Here's another Fallen Pumpkin tip. I like a little bit of higher FOV, but I don't like having my FOV change like crazy due to speed or artifacts or items. And a huge recommendation, at least personally, is in your video settings. There is a section, let's see if I can find it. Here it is, quality. Under quality, come to your FOV effects and turn it down. That will make those effects move your screen FOV a much less. But we do have Snips coming in, the man himself. Good to see you, Snips. Welcome, welcome. We've got wood, we've got torches, we've got food, we've got an iron pickaxe. Now, we could head back over to that ravine area. I am curious about the current state of the server, of if I can explore a tiny bit. It looks like I can. I'm going to head north and see if we can find a cave entrance. And we'll go from there in terms of getting some resources. I'm also looking for any modded structures, as well as cows, and that is interesting. It is a raccoon. Modded always catches you off guard, right? What's good? How's it going with the mod you're using here? It's going good so far. We did have a little crash streak due to a location a player had RTP'd to, but we were able to use offline teleporting to fix that. So other than that, it's actually going pretty well. Sweet Bounce coming in on YouTube. Hey, how are you doing? Just a quick question. How are all the modium ingots forged together in All the Mods 10? Same as 9 with Piglet hearts, or did they design something else again? Yeah, why don't we actually take a look of whether they still, like for instance, use the Ars Nouveau ritual to form the alloy ingots. Why don't we take a look at vibranium here? So at this time, it looks like it is just energizing with, like for instance, for this specific alloy ingot, energizing a billion FE, block of nitro crystal, 2 Piglet hearts, and the 2 ingots. Let's see if that is the same for the others. No, so unobtainium vibranium is actually a disillusion chamber with pink slime, Piglet hearts, and soul lava. And unobtainium all the modium is the Ars Nouveau enchanting apparatus. So each one has a different method now, it looks like. Well, Wazaf, that was the case when it entered beta, but now at the release, it really has most of the mods. Any mods it's currently missing are mods that are still being updated to 1.21 Neoforge. But for the most part, like if we take a look here, excuse me, if we take a look here in CurseForge, if we go to all the mods, 10, and look at the content, it's already up to 335 mods, and it actually has quite a good amount of them. And the way they've been doing the pack is as soon as those really popular mods update to 1.21 Neoforge, they add them pretty quick, honestly. I was really surprised at the dedication and update speed of all the mod devs this time around. They were really on top of it, honestly. But anyway, I'm seeing lots of sheep and pigs. I'm going to keep exploring a little bit. Our main goal is leather. We really need leather. If we come out this way, maybe we do kill a couple sheep for some wool and some food, because we do only have 3 steak. I am noticing we've got an ocean here. Take care of these guys really quick. I am hoping we can at least find some cows here. We need 4 leather. Sweet Bounce on YouTube says, looking forward to your AE2 stuff again. Really want to learn about your way around it. Foremost being P2P and the NBT item filter. Yeah, I'll be doing a lot with AE2. As much as I like to explore and use other storage systems, nothing compares for me to AE2. I really am an AE2 nut. It's my love. I will definitely be doing it and making tutorials in all the mods 10 for the updated AE2 and the mods that are included this time around. I'm trying to see what this creature is. Oh, I killed it on accident. It was a Audion. I was trying to break the flower. I feel bad for killing the little guy. But I'm noticing we do have a lava pool here. Now, was a lava bucket one of the quests? No, it just goes to lava power, where it wants you to make one of these. We'll still grab a bucket of lava, just to be safe. And then I don't think there's going to be cows in that forest. We're going to head back around and see what we can find. You should see Top G's P2P system. Stuff is crazy. I'm telling you now, Miner Man. Who do you think taught him? I don't know if it was me, but I don't think you've really had the chance, Miner Man, to see the kind of stuff I do with AE2. And I hope you'll enjoy it. I go pretty ham. I go pretty crazy. You can see it in some of the past series on YouTube. Sweetbounce also says, love it also. I was just always doing it with long cables and wireless transmitters. Didn't understand the P2P importance. Yeah, it can be huge. Let's continue here. Yeah, Miner Man, I don't know if you know this, but I was given the nickname AE2 Guru by players on my servers because I'm always fixing people's AE2 systems and showing ways to do things differently than what they chose. It is what I would call my main uniqueness about me when it comes to my series for modded Minecraft is my use of AE2. I think that is my main attracting factor. So we got another interesting biome here. So this is an allium shrubland. I'm not seeing cows, but I am seeing horses. The problem is, I don't know if Trashly's still here, and she really doesn't like when I kill horses for leather. So I don't necessarily want to kill the horse for leather because she might get mad at me. But if I don't find cows, I'm sorry, but that horse is becoming leather. Sounds good, Miner Man. But yeah, let's go ahead and take a look over here. We're going to head downwards now. We've got more horse, more sheep, pigs, lots of fish. It's kind of bugging me how many sheep we're getting. We're getting like every passive mob but cows. Might actually be better. There's probably more terrain generated around spawn, and we have set our home. So why don't we actually come back to spawn? Oh my gosh, I already see a cow. And I see some wolves too. So why don't we actually why don't we kill some cows here? Yeah, we'll have to see, Sweetbounce. We'll have to see just how automatable the star is in all the mods 10. Well, Azov says I'm already at minus 1,000 Ashley points for that reason, right? You got to be careful with horses. And Ashley, she does not like when you disrespect the horses. 2 cows, no leather. Really unfortunate. The only way we could have looting 1 this early on, for those that don't know, AE2 Fluix tools have default enchantments. So if you craft, for instance, a Fluix sword, like just regularly craft one, which is just one of the swords, a Fluix upgrade, and a Fluix block, you'd get looting 1. But we're just, we're still way too early game to get that. Okay, 2 leather. We need 2 more. Why don't we, oh, looks like someone already, claimed a village super close to spawn here. I'm trying to see what team it is. I believe we have the journey map add-on to show claim chunks in journey map. But right now I am not where I am. There we go. Let's see. I don't think it shows. The text is super tiny. I don't know why the text is so low. Let's try that. There we go. Now I can actually kind of see, but it's still not, it's not showing. It used to be you'd mouse over it and it would show the claim name. Why don't we just open the FTB chunks map then? So Rat Prime is the team. I wonder what's the best way to look at. Just be a way. Oh, so Rat Prime, that was Seer and Gabe. Very nice. They worked fast. I won't do anything in their claim. I was just taking a look at it. There's a really cool tower here, but that's also in their claim. So why don't we head this way to try to find more cows? Sweet Bounce says, "Are you playing with friends or fellow YouTubers?" So this is one of my supporter servers. So this is where my moderation team, as well as any of my supporters, and that is Twitch subscribers and YouTube members, so like the paid support of me, I offer these servers for those that support me to play on. And so this is all my supporters and moderation team, as well as friends. But I don't think like Pyro John was a content creator, but I don't think he's too into it right now. We'll see if any other of my content creator friends end up playing on the server too. Unfortunately, no cows over here. We're gonna keep exploring a little bit. I feel better exploring this area because these chunks are already generated by other players. But we're just going to try to get 4 leather, then maybe do a bit of caving at our current base location. We'll have to see if it remains our base location or if we choose to move, but we'll cross that bridge when we get there. But following the map, I can see a plains type area up ahead. Hopefully we can find some cows. We could also fight monsters for leather, such as drying zombie flesh. And we do need to get string, which means we either need to grow flax or kill spiders. We'll have to see what we end up doing here. Lots of bees, not too many passive mobs. We'll keep exploring a little bit. Maybe try to find some structures with loot, or maybe a village. I think that'd be really cool. Wazaf says whitelist. So it's all through verification through my Discord and a Discord bot. As long as your Discord account is connected to your Twitch or YouTube account, whichever one you sub with, it will show you as a supporter of me in my Discord. And in the supporter chat, it explains how to circumnavigate verifying yourself to join the server. But in cases like you, Wazaf, if you want to give it a try and whatnot, see if it's something you want to play on, I can manually assign you a supporter role for you to give it a try, see if it's something you're interested in. But yeah, sweet bounce. If you sub on Twitch or become a YouTube member, you can play on the server. I do see a villager up ahead, but I only see one. I don't know if we'll get much out of this village, but we'll still take a look here. My base idea, Wazaf, is that this is going to be really my only playthrough other than a speedrun attempt. And I'm going to be exploring pretty much every mod in the pack, taking my time. I'm not trying to get the star as fast as I can. Sweet Bounds, thanks for following on Twitch. Good to see you here. Yeah, feel free to think about it, Wazaf. Just know you're always welcome. I extended the same offer to Dupameister and Pyro John and his friend. So just message me on Discord if you wanna try it out. But guys, we did get our very first from this looter chest, our very first relic, and in this case, it's a hunter belt. So by holding shift, we research the hunter belt, and currently at a relic level 0 with a relic quality of 1.5, we get +1 experience point for each attack made by the wearer's pet. It's like a dog. That's really interesting. Here's the current relic experience, and then load capacity and training. So load capacity increases the maximum number of slots for equipping relics. It can increase charms. And then I don't know how to go back, so I'm just going to press escape. Training wise, increases the damage afflicted by the wearer's pets. 178%. Super nice. Relic wise, we don't have any leveling points, which are earned when leveling up the relic and used to upgrade abilities. A 23 experience level standard player experience from the vanilla game obtained. So that's ours. And then luck. Okay. Okay. Use the relic's abilities for their intended purpose, as well as gaining experience from other relics. And it levels up by 1 when the bar is full. Okay. Why don't we go ahead and just put on this hunter belt? And as we can see there, as we put it on, we gained a charm slot, which is really good. Sweetbound says, I guess I would need a sub tomorrow when you're offline. I'm on my iPad and not going to pay extra for it. Does subbing when you're on your iPad cost more? Does like Apple take a fee? That's crazy. If that's the case, I never knew that about Apple. That's really interesting. Wow, I never knew that, Sweet Bounce. But yeah, the server will be up for months to come. So if it's something anybody's interested in, you guys can always feel free to join anytime. And as a reminder, if you sub on Twitch or become a YouTube member, you have to join my Discord and have your account connected to your Discord. That will give you the necessary roles to see the channels in my Discord that will show you how to basically self-whitelist for the server. Miterman says, I gotta go now. Good night. I hope to see you live another time. Yeah, I do hope to do quite a bit of live streams this week. We'll see how it goes. I hope it all works out. Play Store and App Store also take like 30%. Man, that's nuts. I don't really do things on mobile. I do most things on my computer, so I had no idea. I'm going to keep exploring a little bit. I'm not sure if we're going to find more cows. I did really want to get a backpack before the end of today's stream, but the main purpose of today's stream was just to answer people's questions, say hi and welcome back to everybody since we've been on a long break for my health concerns. So I'm not too worried if we don't end up getting a backpack. I feel I have accomplished my main goals with today's stream, but I'm going to keep playing as long as I feel I'm able to. I do feel I'm starting to fade. My health's getting a little bad. But we're going to keep going as long as we can, and then we'll probably be live again pretty soon here. Oh, I feel you there, Sweet Bounce. I have terrible eyesight. So I can sympathize with you on that. I'm sorry to hear about your eyesight. But there we go. We did actually get the leather. Now the thing is I can't really hunt spiders because people are immediately sleeping. But something we could utilize is by grabbing these flax seeds. Let's see if I can find the chain here. Give me just a second. If we take a look at flax from Silent Gear, we get flax fiber, which gives us flax string, which counts as string. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to grow this wild flax. So let's head back home and drop off a lot of the plants we gathered. Keep our flax seeds out, and I think for now I am going to also put my animal stuff in here too. I do need to cook up the meat. Why don't we actually get that going? Do we have tiny coal? We don't. So let's I'll just put enough in there for that. That's fine. But now what we need to do is make a hoe. So I'm going to grab 2 cobble and a little bit of sticks. Why don't we go ahead and get that? And why don't we get this planted probably down by the river? And hopefully it won't take too long to grow. If we can, what we'll do is we'll try to grab some more flax seeds as we're out and about. I'm glad you're back, Fallen. Me too, Wazafa. I appreciate you saying that, though. Thank you. It feels really good to be back. I think unless a mod changes the recipe, I believe I need 3 wool of the same color right now to make our own bed, so we'll have to hold off on that. Looking at what we have, I really think it's time to do some mining. I'd like to do some mining before we call it a day. Ah, thank you, Minister. I appreciate it. Oh, Lennox says he has some string for us. I appreciate it, Lennox. That was very kind of them. And then that does remind me, I should probably claim my chunks. That was very kind of Lennox. That does give us the necessary materials. If we grab 4 leather and we need 4 string and a backpack, will be ours. Boom! Awesome sauce. I'm really happy to see you too, Minister. Thank you. Nads! Guys, Nads is coming in on YouTube. Hello. Good to see you, Nads. Good to see you. I hope you've been well. I hope you've been enjoying Diablo 4. I've been playing it when I've been able, And I'm really enjoying the new season. I'm having a pretty good time. Now with the sophisticated backpack, we can immediately go to copper. And for those that don't know, so normally it takes 8 iron. But if you make a copper backpack first, it only takes 4 iron. So I think we're going to make a copper backpack. Wazaf says, I'm working on getting the pulsating black hole on All the Mods 9 to the sky, and I'm struggling to get redstone. What is your favorite method to do so? My favorite method for, and I actually did it, Wazaf. Wazaf, in my All the Mods 9 to the Sky series, near the end of it, because I didn't finish All the Mods 9 to the Sky, and I explained why in the series, but in the series, I set up a huge row of hostile neural networks, witches. And I absolutely love getting redstone from hostile neural networks witch simulations. You get hundreds of thousands. It's really nice. Nat says, yeah, Spiritborn is broken. Yeah, even though the new class is out in D4, I'm a necromancer. Necromancer main. I've got to play necromancer. It's just my thing. I will play Spiritborn, but I started with a necro for sure. But yeah, Wazaf, that's what I recommend is hostile neural network witches, and then actually hyper upgraded witch spawners. You can also kill for redstone and witch hats, and the witch hats craft redstone. But in terms of easiness and easy to automate, AFKable, I highly recommend multiple witch hostile neural network simulations. I think that works really good, at least in my opinion. But we did do some quests. Let's see what our rewards are. We do get a random reward here. We got a free hopper. That's good to see. As well as some more copper. Well, why don't we do a little bit of mining and try to get probably a good amount of iron here. Now, I probably should have grabbed one of those villagers I saw, because what we can actually do now that we have... Oh. Hey, Sweet Bounce coming in with the sub on Twitch. I greatly appreciate the support. I'm happy to have it. Thank you so much. It means a lot to me. But now that we have the bucket of lava, we should actually be able to make an iron farm. We just need a villager and a stone block. So why don't we get 8 stone, throw that in here. We have the glass. We have the 2 iron. Why don't we go back and grab that villager? Because when we were over here, oh, there we go. It froze for a minute there. I believe he's back up this way. So let's head back. Also get our first pumpkins. Oh, okay. That's awesome, Sweet Bounce. I'm glad that worked out for you. But Seer just logged on, so I can finally FTB ranks add Seer head mod. There we go. But let's head back to that one little farmer we saw, and we'll pick him up with easy villagers and use him to make an iron farm. Now, I believe it's right here, so why don't we actually put a waypoint so we can see in the distance where we're heading to. We're going to grab that villager, make an iron farm, and we'll be passively... Oh, I'm getting attacked by phantoms. This isn't good, folks. This isn't good. I may have to wait for someone to sleep. I think what I'll do is run as far as I can, but I'm going to TP back home until someone sleeps, I think. Because we're in a very dangerous situation here. Sweet Bounce, just so you know, part of the whitelisting process is a code that you get when you try to join the server the first time. So unless you have your Minecraft open to be able to try and connect, you won't quite be able to verify yourself yet. Oh, that was scary. Almost died to a creeper. But yeah, so just so you know, part of the verification process works by trying to join the server. You get a code. You then take the code to the channels outlined in the supporter chat pinned messages, and you /verify your account there. That's how that works. You can remotely enable my PC and remote desktop, so it's no worries. Oh, okay, awesome, awesome. Seer's already offering an infinity ham. Can't believe he already has 2. But where did our waypoint go? I got really distracted by running for my life. So we're going to run back over to this farmer. We're going to pick him up, and what we'll do is we'll make a iron farm. The iron farm from Easy Villagers passively replicates a villager iron farm, killing iron golems for poppies and iron. Now, I picked up the farmer, and the way you do that with Easy Villagers, you can either set a keybind, and looking at the villager pressing the keybind will do it, or you just go up to any villager, sneak right-click them, and you'll pick them up into your inventory. So let's head back home, and we just needed 1 stone. We're going to need glass panes, I believe, and the 2 iron we have. Now, I do want to confirm that it's glass panes and not glass blocks. Yep. Perfect. Why don't we go ahead and do this? Let's go ahead and turn this to planes, and that should be everything in our inventory. Now, because the iron farm is going to generate both iron and poppies. Oh, server lag? Nope, there we go. We do need to have storage for that. I'm going to use one of our 2x1s we got. And what I'll do is I'll put that there. We'll grab... Where did I put that hopper? I thought, oh, they are right here. My mouse was covering it. Perfect. We'll put a hopper with the iron farm on top of it. So we got room for iron and poppies. And then all we have to do is take that villager we grabbed and put him in there. This should now start producing iron at the same rate as a villager farm. So that's going to take care of that. Now, the next big question, I think, is going to be whether or not we go caving or if I have to call the stream here. Really starting to not feel well. But I really do want to keep playing. But I may have to just continue either later tonight or tomorrow. We'll find out. For now, we do have the copper backpack, which is awesome. Here's where I can like put my extra torches, the bucket, the tools I'm not using right now. And then I think I will have to go mining in the next episode. And maybe AFK the iron farm a little bit. It is in this chunk in terms of force loading. Something to note is for server performance, while there's so many players playing, chunk force loading is on the default method, which means if no one from your team or you are online, your chunks are not force loaded. They are only force loaded while you are online or a member of your team is. And that just it helps with when we have these many players. You'd be amazed how fast the amount of loaded chunks skyrockets and causes server performance issues. So that's just the method we have to take for now. But ladies and gentlemen, it's really good to be back. I want to say thank you to everybody who came to hang out today, and I hope everyone's excited for the launch of the Supporter All the Mods 10 server official instead of beta testing. I hope to see you guys around. If my health works out, we will also be playing on HiveMind, as well as a Halloween mod pack starting this week as well. I look forward to seeing you all there, and if you want to interact more with me and my community, I recommend joining my Discord, which is down in the description, and I'll see all of you guys next time. Have a wonderful day or night, wherever you may be. Bye-bye.